game's going to take some review from Sunday, but also there was just a basic performance level for the whole group. What have you seen in training this week in terms of a response to that to have a better result on Saturday?
Yeah, I think we were all just pretty upset with how it went down. I think the game got away from us in the first half, giving up 2 goals quickly, and I think after that everyone was just upset with how we reacted to. It should have been a better performance. So this week I feel like the response has been, look, we lost the game. We can't do anything about that. We can review it, kind of just go over our principles and come back and give our home fans a win. At the end of the day, it sucks to lose, but you have to put it behind you. And if we win this weekend, we're right back in a good position. So we can't dwell on it too much. And I think the guys have held a good attitude with regard to that.
Going against Columbus, obviously earlier this year, different teams on both sides, but you put them under a lot of pressure. The game comes out 1-1, which I think most teams in the league would take in Columbus. How do you apply some of the lessons from that game to this game, or is it just wipe the slate and brand new game?
We're both obviously in a different position from them, and they have some different pieces, some different players. But I think just the way we matched up against them that game, we obviously should have won. We were up a man and up a goal, and we wanted to get back for that because we felt like we deserved to win the game. Every game's gives you new pictures, new moments. So I think we're not looking too much into what we did there. I think it's more of we need to focus on ourselves, and this week we need to rebound for ourselves, not worry as much about Columbus, and just focus on, okay, we need to win at home. We want to give our fans a win at home, and of course we're happy that we have had success against them. Hopefully it means that we can get it again this weekend, but we're not looking too much into that game.
There is a challenge when the group kind of play a different brand of soccer from most of the rest of the league. They kind of like to welcome a press, which obviously you guys press everybody. How do you effectively press a team that is sort of willing to take that pressure and is almost like happy to see it? How do you make sure that they aren't so happy to see it on Saturday?
Yeah, it's definitely every team has a style, and I think they definitely have their style. We definitely have our style. So sometimes it's about principles, who can do it better on the day. Because I'm sure both teams can work, their style and dominate the game in their way that they want to. But for us, it's about at home. We want to push the tempo. We don't want them to, come in here and play their beautiful soccer that they want to play. We want to, interrupt that, and we want to score goals and win the game. So obviously we're looking into that and how we can hurt them, but I'm sure they're thinking the same on their side. So there will be, for sure some tactics involved, but we want to outstyle them basically.
Jared, Coach was talking about the urgency coming down the stretch here, making that push for the playoffs, and what he's been stressing to you guys as players. So for the players, how have you guys kind of responded to that, and how much you guys lean into that urgency right now here in this home stretch?
Yeah, honestly, apart from last game, we've been in really good form. So we can't be, too fickle with it and say, oh, last game was so bad. We were, we're not in bad, we're in bad form. We're not, right? We've been doing really good, and last game was a hiccup, and those happen in the season. And I think the coaches are doing a great job of just saying, hey, let's turn the table. Let's keep our form going. Let's keep playing the way that we want to play, and now we have depth and this good roster. Let's go for it. Of course, we don't want to be in this position where we're not in playoff spot and we're fighting, but we can't control that. We didn't have that 10-game stretch in the season where we didn't win a game. We were in this position, of our own difficulties at the beginning of the season. So, yeah, these next 4 games are like playoff games for us, and we have to just take one at a time. I've said it before, we want to be better at home, and this is a great opportunity for that. And the coaches have obviously reiterated to us that if we win, we're probably in a playoff spot, or we're fighting for one. So for us, it's all to play for, and that's super exciting for us going forward. So yeah.
And I know you mentioned that the hiccup in the last game, but other than that, do you guys feel like you're playing your best soccer right now at this point in the season?
Yeah, for sure. for sure. Compared to, in that tough stretch in the summer, we only, had a couple subs for 9-10 games, and we didn't win, and we got some draws, but now just in general, it's a lot more enjoyable. And I know for myself, and I can speak for the other guys, we're excited for this part of the season because we have a really good roster now. We have a really good team. We're in good form, and we can't forget that going into this game. Of course, yeah, as you mentioned, with Philly, we're going to review that. But yeah, it's a lot more exciting for us knowing we have guys coming off the bench, fighting for spots. The team is better, so it's exciting.
And then specifically on that note, how do you feel about how Troy's gotten like the system solidified here and the culture he's brought in here? How do you feel about the progress he's made and where he's at right now as a coach?
Yeah, so much. I mean, he's done so much for this club. You could tell everything is. I wasn't here last year, but you can just tell the organization of the club is going in the right direction. Stuff that the fans and everyone hasn't even seen. He's changed off the field, and the vibes are a lot better. And the organization in general of small things for the players and for the staff and for the community. He's obviously doing so much, and yeah, for him and Allie, they're taking the club in a big step forward this year. And just now, just these past 10 games, you can start to see the results on the field. And yeah, it's hopefully really, really enticing for the future and for the next couple seasons, and for these next 4 games. So he's obviously brought in a big culture to the players in terms of never giving up in games. You've seen the way that we've always fought back. And yeah, our style of play is not something that's easy to implement over one season. And I think he's really got everyone on board really fast, and it's required a lot from his perspective on and off the field. But as a player, that's all you want is organization and continuity.
Thank you. Matt, we'll take some from Zoom now.
We'll go to Dave Johnson.
Hey Jared, obviously you need goals on Saturday. Troy's mentioning the chances there, just not the conversion. What's your take on what you need to get the offense reignited?
Yeah, these past 2 games, I feel like we've had a lot of shots. I think I even checked after the Philly game. I think we had maybe the same amount of shots as them, and we weren't clinical. And from a front line perspective, that's frustrating. Obviously, this season we've been firing on all cylinders, and sometimes I know Christian feels this way, but sometimes on the road it's tough when we're playing a 5-back for us to create chances. But I thought we did last game, and I think fair play to Philly. They blocked a lot of our shots. I know they blocked my one from a couple yards out. They did a good job, and sometimes you have to just say, okay, they did decent. Their goalie played well. So for us, we just want to keep creating chances, not worry too much. We haven't scored last game. We just want to keep creating chances, as many as we can, keep feeding Christian, keep taking shots, and they will go in. So, for me, it's, as I said, if we create chances and they don't go in, sometimes that's just the game, but we need to be ruthless when we get those chances and be confident, take them, and they will go in, hopefully, this next game.
That's all, Jared. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.